Hello, I'm Mark Schwitau, and with me today I have Jason Schlarb. Jason, looking good lately. Great
Oh,
results. I've been watching you. Things are going along smashingly here.
thank you, thank you.
Um, First of all, well, tell us a little bit about the racing itself right now, and then we'll get to some of the prep and recovery afterwards.
The racing's been going pretty well. The last race was a Speed Goat 50K, and had a pretty good result there despite having a slight cold. And then the two races before went really well with a win at the San Juan Solstice 50 mile and also the Yemez 50K before that.
And any difference between those races except the sickness, or?
I think as I've gone through the season, I've developed into a little bit stronger of a mountain runner. And spending time in the San Juans, spending time in the Rockies, running a lot of high alpine training
Gotcha.
has got me prepared pretty well.
And that sort of leads us into, well, let's just jump right into it. Let's talk a little bit about the training itself and begin with this.
Training has shifted from the flatland kind of training that I've done in the past with a few days of mountain running to almost strictly all mountain running and no really organized workouts besides long climbs and ascents into the beautiful high alpine. So
Yeah, so
it's
just
been
getting out
enjoyable.
there, enjoying the countryside and all this kind of stuff.
Yes, a lot of time slogging through the mountains. It's been beautiful and fun.
Okay, and how about your preparation before the races and I guess the week leading up to race day? How's
Uh,
your preparation going for this?
the preparation is a little bit different this time because I only have 2 weeks between my last race in Salt Lake City and then this next race this Saturday in Squamish. So I've kind of recovered, had a few days to really hammer, get some good high alpine running in, and then it's back to a little bit of a taper so I can be somewhat fresh for the 50 mile. I'm not going to be going into that fully recovered, but it'll be a good race and a good time. It's in a beautiful part of the country.
Got you. And you mentioned something from recovery. Talk a little bit about recovery and what that entails for an athlete at this level.
Um, Usually it entails after a race, I take a day off, and then the next couple days I just play it by ear, doing something easy and comfortable, and then working the minutes, the duration of the run, back up into a normal length run that's in a training week, between an hour and a half and 3 hours, and then longer for long runs. So I just got back to that Wednesday, and I've just had a few days of good training, and then it's back to a taper, so a little bit different.
So what happens exactly after a race? What are you doing right after the race?
Right after the race, I take a recovery drink, and usually a Vitargo with some protein in it, and then ice the legs, just like I do in training. Get the legs in for 10 minutes or 15 minutes to get that anti-inflammation down, and then lots of rest and easy jogging for a few days.
Cold water, little splash in the river,
Yes,
something like this?
definitely in the icy snowmelt creeks. That's my preferred recovery after a run or a race.
Very cool, likewise. And, well, what's next? Where are you at right now? Let's talk about where we're at right now, and then you
Okay.
can tell us where you're going into next.
Well, as we're traveling across the country, we're a place where Mark has come and joined us for a few weeks, and we're visiting through Montana into Missoula, where Jeremy Wolf and his family lives, and we've been traveling through Glacier National Park, Flathead Lake, having a great time running, having fun, biking, seeing the great mountains, and it's been a really good 2-3 weeks. It's been really, really nice.
And next?
Next is the Squamish 50 mile. We're headed over to Seattle, and then up north, just south of Whistler, and north of Vancouver for a 50 miler through the beautiful coastal range of Canada.
Cool, which brings us to the race itself. What are your expectations for the race?
Expectations, I would like to have a good run, not looking for a really amazing time due to the short recovery from my last race. There's some competition. There's some really fast guys that are locals out there that will for sure be at the race. Jason Lutit, who is also just 2 places behind me at my last race, he's going to be there. He's a 2:24 marathon guy. so he will definitely be a competition at this race. But those are my expectations. Just have a good time and hopefully finish on top, but nothing blazing fast.
So, in the course, does it suit you?
Yes, it's an outstanding course. It's got 10,000 feet of climbing in the mountains there. It should be really beautiful, nice forested, big trees, really, really nice. Not high altitude, obviously, not a ton of steep climbing, from what I've heard. This will be my first time to Squamish, but from the landscape and from some of my visits to Whistler during the winter, I think that it's going to be really spectacular.
Cool. Well, right on and good luck.
Thanks.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Thanks.
Ciao.